But for a television show, um, it's an interesting situation because television is so fast, you know? And so when I was working on a show like The Equalizer, we
Yeah.
had 8 days to cast an episode, and, we would sometimes get the script on day 1, and we would have 8 days to cast that. So, regardless if you have 3 roles in that episode or 30 roles in that episode, the days don't change. You still have those 8 days.
Gotcha. It's
And,
fast. Yeah.
of course, putting out the breakdown, but also making your own lists. And back in the day, aka before 2020, we would be bringing in people, but now we see them virtually via self-tape or Zoom auditions. And then, from there, the process begins, and the process is different for each medium. The process is different from each show, to be quite honest.
Sure.
But I think the biggest thing to realize is that casting directors don't have the final say. We are one stop along this long journey into night, to casting an episode or casting a play or casting a musical or casting a film. And so each piece of the journey, more people have to join the train and more people have to say yes.
There's a lot
So
of approval that has to happen, right? Which is what people don't really understand is that there's layers of people saying
layers.
yes.
There's
Yeah.
layers upon layers. It's a huge old onion,
Yeah.
it's an onion within an onion. Because, it comes to me, and then from that we go to our creative team. And let's say that we see, 20 tapes for cop number 1 that just says, hey, right?
Yeah.
And from those 20 tapes, we're not going to send our creative team 20 tapes. We're going to send them maybe 5, and so from 20 to 5. And then our creative team picks one out of that 5, but we're not done yet. We have to send it to studio and we have to send it to network, right? And then once everybody, all those people have to say yes. Right. And then we have to go and then negotiate with you or your rep and then see you on set. But even before that, we can get on up to 1,500 submissions for cop number 1 to just say, hey.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
wild.
I always try to tell actors, remember that if you are getting an audition for anything, a television show, a student film, a commercial, just realize that you are a part of a large, large selection.
Mhm.